Welcome back, everybody. In our previous video, we took a look at how to build the harmonic minor scale. In this video, we're going to run through several examples of what the harmonic minor scale looks like when it's fully built. And the reason being is because we're going to start seeing a lot of anomalies. This is the first time we really see tons of anomalies in our writings. And so, or accidentals, if you can refer to them as that. Let's go ahead and get started. Let's start here with A sharp harmonic minor. And one thing that I do want to point out is that these are not key signatures, right? We're never going to be in the key signature of A sharp harmonic minor. The closest you're going to get is A sharp minor, or possibly even B flat minor, or, if you're going to write that out in standard notation form, you're going to end up with, C sharp major, which would, be like a hypothetical key signature. And so you'd really want to be in D flat major. So in A sharp harmonic minor, and that's a scale, not a key signature, that particular scale is going to have sharps on everything. And we can also notice that we have G double sharp. And G double sharp is over here. G double sharp, it actually looks like this guy, but it's a little tough to write that. And so people just write GX, where GX means A, right? So it just means to sharp the thing that was previously sharped. So G sharp, which then gets sharped again, it's a double sharp. Now, if I look at B flat harmonic minor, I can see that it has significantly less flats, right? There's less alterations going on here. And if I had to choose between these two, if I were given a choice of whether I'd want to perform something in A sharp harmonic minor or B flat harmonic minor, I would certainly choose to write something in B flat harmonic minor. And I would say that this is my best working form. And what I mean by that is this is the one that makes the most sense. I just want to try to avoid having too many alterations and having stumbling blocks if at all possible. Oftentimes we're not given a choice and we just take it as it comes. All right, so moving on, let's look at some others. C sharp harmonic minor, we can see that we have sharps on everything except for E. And we do have some strange stuff here, or weirdness. We have B sharp, so B sharp here. And in my D flat harmonic minor, I have F flat. And so this is, in a sense, a 50-50 kind of deal, right? Like, let's take a look. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 flats, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 flats on this side, roughly 50-50. I would say that this really doesn't matter. So my best working form, it's going to be both. Okay, so they're both a good form to write it in. Now, D harmonic minor is another interesting one. And here we can see what is interesting is this. We have a B flat and we have a C sharp. You have probably heard me speak pretty at length. Like very often I talk about do not mix sharps and flats. It's like a cardinal sin of music. Don't mix sharps and flats. And it turns out that you're actually allowed to mix sharps and flats provided that you do it correctly. Now, a lot of beginners don't do it correctly and they make all kinds of mistakes. And so that's why a lot of music professors and teachers are really adamant. Do not mix sharps and flats unless you really know what you're doing. Why do we have to mix sharps and flats here? Well, it's because we don't want to skip over any scale degrees. D, E, F, G, A, some kind of B, some kind of a C, some kind of a D. We're trying to maintain the continuity. And so I cannot call B flat A sharp because then that would be the same scale degree as an A. And I can't call C sharp a D flat because it would be the same scale degree as a D and would cause all kinds of problems. So just an interesting one because we mix up sharps and flats. Let's see, as we move on, we can see D sharp. What's interesting about this one? Pretty obvious that we have a C double sharp here. We have an E sharp, we have a C flat. And so in this one, I would say, well, if you look at the top one, we have an E sharp and the bottom one has a C flat. Okay, so that kind of cancels each other's out in terms of which one's the best one. But then obviously I have the C double sharp at top. So I would say that E flat is really going to be my best working form. Once again, if I am given the choice, I would prefer to write things out using the E flat harmonic minor scale. Now, one more thing that's kind of interesting is to consider where these are derived from. And D sharp is derived from F sharp major, and E flat harmonic minor is going to, overall it's going to be derived from G flat major. And both of those key signatures had a single anomaly. F sharp major, if you recall the circle of fifths, had an E sharp in it. G flat major, if you recall the circle of fifths, had a C flat in it. That's where those notes are coming from. And so it's interesting because in the circle of fifths, it sort of doesn't matter. But then when we actually work with the harmonic minor scale, you can see that one turns out a little bit better than the other. Again, provided that we have a choice. Moving on, we look at F sharp harmonic minor and G flat harmonic minor. This one's pretty obvious about which one's going to be the best. G flat harmonic minor has B double flat. We've got E double flat. We have a C flat. We've got an E sharp. F sharp is definitely going to be my best working form, provided I have a choice. And I keep putting that little statement on there as an addendum because it's so important to understand I don't always have a choice. Usually somebody else is writing the song. G harmonic minor, I can see here that I am mixing up sharps and flats as well. That's an interesting result. And G sharp harmonic minor, we've got F double sharp. Let's see, we have F flat, C flat on this side, and what would be my best working form? And I would say this one's probably going to be probably one or the other. It doesn't really quite matter. I prefer to not deal with double sharps in my opinion. So if it were me, I would really stick with A flat harmonic minor.